At 60 years old, Tom Cruise looks as fit and young as ever. He's known as a stellar actor, but that isn't the only thing about him. The man's body and the activities he's able to take part in, we're gonna leave you wondering whether the actor is truly 60 years old. So if you're wondering how Cruise keeps his body young and fit, prepare to get outdoors because he participates in all kinds of adventure-based activities. I know what you're thinking. Is it anything more than his stunts of jumping out of planes and all? Well, yes. Tom Cruise's routine involves a lot of blood-pumping exercises. And trust me when I tell you, it's going to keep anyone young and ageless. In this video, we're going to show you secrets how Tom Cruise stays looking fit and looking young. But before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any interesting content. Let's get into it. His diet plan. Tom Cruise has had his fans and even his fellow actors drooling over his young body. I mean, he could easily pass off as a man in his late 30s, but this guy's in his 60s. However, his physique and physical strength have left people doubting whether or not Cruise is actually 60 years old. Well, the first secret to Tom maintaining his physical youth is in his diet. According to insider sources who worked with Cruise on Mission Impossible Fallout, Cruise practices a bizarre diet. Call it bizarre if you will, but this unconventional approach appears to be working. If the anonymous source is to be believed, Tom Cruise's diet plan doesn't involve the traditional 3 square meals a day in favor of 15 small snacks. Each snack was reportedly prepared by one of 2 personal chefs, and would include foods like nuts and freeze-dried organic blueberries. One might call it the forager diet, but with a touch of his personal chefs doing all the foraging. According to a recent report, Tom Cruise consumes as little as 1,200 calories a day as part of a David Beckham-devised diet plan. The same reports have Cruise eating mostly grilled foods and avoiding carbs as much as possible. That's likely because carb intake increases glucose production, yielding excess fat, inflammation, and other unwanted outcomes. You might be asking though, why grilled food? Well, according to some nutritional experts, grilling your food at low temperatures helps to ward off inflammation. The same experts also recommend eating anti-inflammatory nutrients such as flavonoids, onions, citrus fruit, etc., and isoflavines, soy, etc. Hence, if you're wondering how to look like Tom Cruise or David Beckham and how they manage to keep young and fit, then consider lightening your calorie load, avoiding carbs, and eating multiple small meals throughout the day. Bring the adjoining workout routine as well, and you might have yourself a Tom Cruise body in no time. Supplements. While his diet plan makes up for enough healthy options, Cruise also incorporates some supplements into his daily life. According to experts, Cruise consumes about 15 macro meals daily, which are prepared by his personal chefs. Since he follows a low-calorie diet, Cruise includes a lot of health supplements in his everyday routine to stay healthy and fit. He relies upon health supplements like multivitamins, magnesium, omega-3, and vitamin B12, along with vitamin D, calcium, whey protein, potassium, and folic acid to fuel his gains. Workout routine. I know what you're thinking. I eat healthy, but I don't look half as useful. Well, that's because Cruise doesn't just eat healthily, but he also works out to help keep himself fit and active in his movement. So, now that you know about his diet plan, let's take a quick look at how he works out to keep himself looking young. To start with, Cruise's workout partner is David Beckham, so you can just imagine how thorough the drilling process of his workout's gonna be. Tom Cruise also puts a lot of weight on his workout routine. His routine has been described as a wide-reaching combination of cardio and strength building. Like a man half his age, Tom Cruise maintains a proactive passion for all forms of adventure, which keeps him naturally fit. Going through Tom Cruise's workout routine is something that we can all aspire to have. You see, Cruise's routine is exciting for many reasons. For starters, the traditional workout routine can get boring and regular. Having athletic games and outdoor activities in your routine can deliver a wide variety of exercises and activities. It's a terrific way to stay motivated while working up to that Tom Cruise body. And if that sounds like an impossible mission in the making, then we know a few of his movies that are going to prove otherwise. While many people have tried to get their hands on Cruise's workout routine, we have insider sources to thank for revealing what the actor does to keep his body fit and youthful. Here's a quick rundown on how Tom Cruise spends his week working out. On the first day of his workout, Cruz usually focuses on chest, triceps, and shoulder, and he usually starts up with stretching and a 10-minute walk, followed by 3 sets of 10 bench presses, dumbbell kickbacks, dumbbell shoulder press, incline press, seated dumbbell shoulder front rise, and seated dumbbell tricep overhead extension, cable chest flies, and so by the end of the day, he does 3 sets of 10 of these exercises. The second day of the week is usually an activity day for Cruz. He throws in all sorts of physical activities like sea kayaking, caving, fencing, treadmill, rock climbing, hiking, jogging, running, and all that sorts. On day 3 of the week, Cruz works on his back, biceps, and traps. As usual, he warms up with a 10-minute walk and stretches. But his workout for day 3 includes 3 sets of 10 deadlifts, preacher curls, barbell shrugs, seated dumbbell hammer curls, lateral pull-downs, cable rows, and cable shrugs. On day 4 of his week, Cruz goes all in with an activity-packed day. As usual, he does some sea kayaking, caving, fencing, treadmill, rock climbing, hiking, jogging, running, all things like that. While on the 5th day of the week, Cruz has his last day of working out, and he works on his legs and lower body. After his usual 10 minutes warm-up, Cruz works on 3 sets of 10 squats, weighted lunges on each arm, leg press, cable pull-throughs, hamstring curl machine, leg extension machine on his quads, and calf raises, machine or DB. Physical activities. As you can see from Cruz's workout routine, he makes out some time for physical activities, and this is because Tom Cruise does his own stunts. So it's only right that he can keep himself fit, because who knows when he will have time to employ cardio when he's on his job. So some of the basic physical activities Tom Cruise engages in include playing tennis, jogging, cycling, and other sports to keep his body physically active and moving every day. Cruise loves adventure sports and incorporates a variety of different activities into his fitness regime. So, besides hitting the treadmill and doing weighted workouts on other days of the week, Cruise adds these physical activities to keep himself fit and young. He regularly switches between cardio and strength activities like caving, kayaking, rock climbing, and fencing to maintain his balance and flexibility. And he also performs his own stunts to take his fitness regime to the next level. Tom Cruise keeps everything simple and follows his routine by heart. He also keeps on changing his diet and exercise routines according to the requirements of his movie roles and gives his best on the screen. With all of that activity, he manages to keep himself fit and youthful. Tom Cruise on staying fit. Looking as fine and as youthful as Tom Cruise does at 60 years old, it's only right that people wonder how exactly he does it. I mean, how does he stay that fit and young looking? While we get answers from his trainers and inside sources, fans are only more convinced when they get that answer from Tom himself. So while in an interview, Tom Cruise gave some personal details about how he manages to stay youthful, fit, and healthy. When asked about how he stays young, Cruise responded, sea kayaking, caving, fencing, treadmill, weights, rock climbing, hiking, I jog, I do so many different activities. Cruise doesn't just have the body of a man half his age, he moves like one too. Remember that scene in Rogue Nation? That one fight scene? So sick. Variety is the secret for those of us who David Beckham isn't a training buddy. How we move conveys energy and youth, not how buff we are, says Anne Elliott, a sports scientist who talked about Cruise's workout routine and fitness as research. Regularly switching up cardio and strength work with something like fencing or climbing, like Cruise, maintains flexibility and balance, the first 2 things that give your age away. Cruise continued to give some advice about how people can work out and stay youthful even in their older days. He said, drop unusual practices into your workout, such as one-armed barbell presses, and it'll help unearth your physically weak spots. You can then work on them, which will mean that you'll maintain a more youthfully functioning body overall. That's a wrap for this one, guys. Let us know down below which of these Tom Cruise fitness secrets you're going to be trying out. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for the channel. There's loads of exciting content on the way for you.